Hey everyone, here we are, another episode of Ask Gary Anything. I mean, anything. Will I answer it? Well, that depends. I've answered, I think, all of them. So we're doing good. But first, hey, I have the podcast membership subscription available now. Make sure to go to thesimplelifenow.com. If you already haven't, if you're watching this in video, this whole video, it means you've already done it. You've already signed it. So tell your friends, tell your grandma, tell your cat. Tell everyone. Go to simplelifenow.com and up at the upper right-hand corner, go to podcast and boom, there it is. Sign up. $4.99 a month to support this great show with your great host. Gracious at that and humble. But yeah, I would really appreciate it. So I know took a while to get that thing going, but it's up and running. For those who haven't already, hey, sign up for the newsletter. Even if you're watching this in video, you may not be a part of the Simple Life Insider Circle. You need to be. That's where I do updates. You ain't getting any discounts any other way. That's where the discounts go, people. That's where I send out the coupon codes. Every once in a while, I'll say one on the podcast, but most of them go out in the newsletter update. I don't spam you. I don't send you products on buying, ads for, adult diapers or anything like that. It is purely for you, the followers of The Simple Life, to stay in touch with what I'm doing. And I sometimes share special pictures, video. You never know. That's where it's at. And please, please, please go to iTunes or wherever you listen to this. If you listen to it on the website, well, it's a little hard. But even if you do, go to iTunes, leave me a review. Would you leave me a 5-star review or just hit 5 stars and say he's great? If you got a 1-star in mind, shoot me an email and tell me why I suck. They'd never do. They're cowards. But hey, freedom of choice. If you hate me, fine. I'm good with that. That's all right. The fact that you got to go do it and leave a 1-star and tell everyone how smart you are, that's okay. But today, Ask Gary Anything. I like these. We're on volume 12. Done 12 of these things already. Holy cow, that's a lot of questions for Gary. Let's jump in and start off with a long one. Suzanne E. All right, make sure I read this one right. There's a typo. You were in the government for years and saw things I could probably never imagine. And thank you for your service. You're welcome. Susan, it was a privilege to serve my country and to serve the glorious people of this country. It was my honor and my privilege. Is the least I could do to give back. You've had an inside view of how the world can change and how we need to be able to hold your own no matter what storm is on the horizon. Totally agree. Do you find that in being so independent and self-sufficient, it hinders or takes away the need for companionship? Good question. If you start out dependent but change to hold your own, is that imitating to a dude? I'm guessing you're saying me, a dude. It's confusing today. We don't know. Yeah. Are you a dude? Are you an it? Are you all that garbage? Whatever. I don't play that game. You either have a penis or you have a vagina. If you have a vagina, you're a woman. If you have a penis, you're a man. That's just biology, people. I don't know why people decide they need to fight that. It's ridiculous, but hey, whatever. That's a really, really interesting question. I wouldn't say it takes away from companionship because I look at myself how I was before I was, I grew up in the middle of nowhere. I was alone a lot. My parents worked. If I wanted stuff done, I had to go do it myself. That sandwich wasn't going to make itself. No one was there. I could yell, "Mom, make me a sandwich." All I'd hear is an echo. So, from a very early age, I was kind of on my own. But as I kind of got older, and today looking at it, it's a hard question to answer because things have changed so much in the sense that we'll be make sure to go check out the dudes on the right dudes. I almost said the wrong podcast name. Another podcast I just got involved in with Judah of the Ben Stein Show and Rob Kendall of WIBC in Indiana. We were on the Ben Stein Show. We start our own podcast, and it's about being guys. It's called The Right Dudes, but it's more leaning right, I guess, today in today's politics is the way to put it. So how things have changed. That's what I mean. 30 years ago, I think dating was a lot different and companionship was a lot different. So as I've never been reliant on someone else, I guess is the best way to put it in any sense. In my dating world, it's always been, I've always dated women who are independent, if that makes sense. Or I was hoping they were. Sometimes they lied to me. It's life. But yeah, is it intimidating once if I meet someone and they change and become more self-reliant as I know them? It's never happened, to be honest with you. Has my dating life gotten a heck of a lot more difficult since I've gone on this simple life endeavor over a decade ago? Yeah. Matter of fact, I remember after my back surgery, which was in the middle of my transition of all this lifestyle and doing everything, that I'd realized, because I was already changing at that point, and I'd changed my health, and I'd sold my house, and I'd moved into a small place and was just living a very small scale life, very simple. I was simplifying. That's where this all came from. I didn't know it at the time that it would evolve into the simple life concept and all that. And I remember going, even then I'd changed enough to where dating was hard. I didn't have a lot in common with the women I was meeting. And I was I was in San Diego. So I was in Southern California, different dating pool. But as kind of the world's evolved into this more technological, I guess, way to catch our attention, more people are glued to their devices, to their computers, their phones, the internet, stupidity, digitally. Social media, obviously. That changed everything too, because that's not my thing. And unfortunately today, and it's both men, I did an episode on this and I actually got feedback, and women agreed that women are addicted to their cell phones, and it's hard for me to take. And like I said, I just haven't met anyone. And see, that's the thing too. If I'm not going to meet someone who's not already kind of self-reliant or has progressed, you know what I mean? I'm not interested. So it makes it difficult in that sense to answer that part of the question, because I'm not looking for someone who is watching the Kardashians and on her cell phone all day, but now is going to change. You know what I'm not going to engage that person to begin with, because we don't have anything in common. So, and I'll also be very honest with you too. I don't think I could be totally wrong, because I'm talking from a perspective of a guy, because that's who she's asking. And I don't want to go reverse on that, because that's a whole nother, that's not me. I'm not a girl looking for a dude. So that would be different. I know I'm bumbling this a little bit, but it's a tricky question. That's why I wanted to answer it. And I tried thinking about it. I thought I had an answer, and then I realized, oh shit, this is harder than I thought. That I don't think there's a lot of women who are into that, who are listening to this show or into what I do. I don't think I'm on the radar, and the simple life's not on the radar. You know what I mean? If they're into their phone, watching stupid TV, The View, and the Kardashians and reality TV, and kind of going through life, picking out fingernail polish and outfits and purses, I just don't cross with those people in general. So I'll let you know, though, if I ever do meet someone who is more typical American and progresses, and I find that intimidating. I don't. I actually love independent women. That's my thing. I do not want to be in a relationship where one person is steering the ship all the time. I've done it. It is goddamn exhausting. And I know women have done it too with guys. It hurts my head. That's just not me. I'm about two individuals who have their own lives, their own thoughts, their own beliefs, but they have enough in common to where they get together and they're happy. You don't want to date someone who's identical to you. That would be odd. Are we going to fight over the axe when we want to chop some wood? I don't know. That's kind of strange. Yeah, we want differences. Men and women are different. So we do want those differences, believe it or not. I do not want Gary with a vagina. That would be creepy.